Land Transport Drug Driving Amendment Bill, third reading.
Honourable Chris Bishop.
Mr Speaker, I present a legislative statement on the Land Transport Drug Driving Amendment Bill to the House.
That legislative statement is published on the authority of the House and can be found on the Parliament website.
I move that the Land Transport Drug Driving Amendment Bill be now read a third time. Mr Speaker, I'm very pleased to present this bill to the House for its third reading. This is Parliament's third attempt in about 3 or 4 years of introducing oral fluid testing for drugs at the roadside. Hopefully it is third time lucky, because I, for one, do not want to be back here in 2026 or 7 or 8 legislating again to bring New Zealand into line with many other jurisdictions that see drugs out there in the community and want to make sure that people who get behind the wheel are not on drugs, because we know that they are a major factor in many road deaths and serious injuries. We had a go back in 2022, but the approval criteria was incompatible with commercially available devices. We're now making sure that police are equipped with roadside oral fluid screening as a road safety tool to enable the enforcement. The way I think about it is it's a little bit like breath testing for alcohol. They'll be able to stop any driver of a motor vehicle to administer an oral fluid screening test, key part of deterring drug driving, making sure that people can be tested any time and anywhere. A driver who tests positive on the first screening test will be required to undergo a second screening test and to provide an oral fluid sample for laboratory testing. 2 positive screening tests triggers a mandatory 12-hour stand down from driving to address any immediate road safety risk. An infringement notice is only issued following a positive laboratory test. The Minister of Police will set out in notices what qualifying drugs or families of drugs will be tested for at the roadside and in the laboratory. The requirement for 2 positive screening tests before a person is stood down and a positive laboratory test before an infringement offence is committed are measures to address concerns about the accuracy of the devices. These devices have been used in Australia for many years. 2 tests have 98% accuracy. There were changes in the Committee of the Whole House stage resulting in changes to the way oral fluid samples will be able to be collected for future independent analysis. This allows drivers the option to challenge the infringement notice issued following a positive laboratory test by paying a private analyst to test their oral fluid sample. Mr Speaker, the government's moving quickly on this bill. We expect police to be ready to implement the bill by the end of this year once it becomes an act. Before it is rolled out, they will have to procure and approve the devices and the laboratory services. They'll have to train police officers and develop regulations to support the regime. But it is a good step forward. I think many people will welcome it. As I said at the start of my brief remarks, drugs are a contributor to many deaths and serious injuries on the road, alongside alcohol. And now, of course, we will have soon we'll have a method of testing for drugs on the road. And I think we will look back in 5 to 10 years and we will say, what was the fuss about? How crazy was it that you could be high on weed or coke or meth? MDMA, says Tom Rutherford. Tom says Mike Butterick told him. I'll just be a bit careful about what I say here, particularly in relation to Tom Rutherford, the youngest member of the National Party caucus. It doesn't actually matter. The point is, drugs can impair your driving, and the idea that you could be high and drive is nuts. And up until this law comes into effect and is implemented, there is essentially nothing to stop you doing that. Certainly not in the law, and or certainly not any ability to check that. So it's a good bill. We've worked pretty hard on it, and I'm looking forward to seeing its passage through the House today. Thank you.
Okay, let's just point out the obvious. No, this is not like testing for alcohol. Some people can have impairment from drugs that may not be detected in roadside testing, and other people may not be impaired by prescription drugs that can be detected in roadside testing. So no, it's not like alcohol testing, and you get your keys taken away for 12 hours, and you don't get to challenge the results on the roadside. So no.
Very quick summary. Okay.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to